Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump, his most recent legal entanglement, and your questions. Because as soon as news broke last night, questions started coming in. And I think these are questions that most people, if they haven't had them answered by now, will probably be wondering. If you missed the news, there will be a video down below going into everything in detail to include prominent co-defendants and counts and everything going along with it. The short version is that the former president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, has been indicted again, this time in Georgia. It is a pretty lengthy set of charges, like 41 in total. And for those who are wondering, the big question, it is a RICO case. Okay, so on to your questions. When do they have to turn themselves in by? The 25th on noon. By noon, they have to turn themselves in on the 25th. I would strongly suggest they make that appointment. Georgia kind of has a reputation for this. If you miss an appointment to voluntarily turn yourself in, they generally don't ask twice. So it would be wise to arrive in a timely fashion on this one. I do not anticipate a lot of delays. A follow-up question to that is, why noon? Is that a Southern thing? I mean, sure, kind of. High noon, get out of town type of thing, I guess. But I think in this case it has to do with the fact that it's Friday. Nobody wants to process a whole bunch of high-profile people at close of business. It takes a long time, and it messes up your weekend. I would imagine that factors into it. How long will this take to go to trial? The DA wants to bring it to trial within 6 months. That's pretty standard. I would expect some, but not a lot of delays on that. Will these be individual trials? No. She, at least according to the press conference, intends to try all 19 at the same time. Why are there so many unindicted co-conspirators? You know why. I think the people who ask this question have their suspicions. In some cases, it may be that they just don't have enough evidence. In other cases, maybe those people provided evidence. And then there could be special considerations. Maybe some people are immunized because of their actions. There could be a lot of other things at play. It's worth remembering that there could be more coming. What kind of sentence are they looking at? Time on this one. I don't foresee people getting convicted of any of these charges and then just getting probation. I don't know if Georgia has guidelines like the federal system does, but my understanding is that all of these carry a jail sentence. Do you think that Eunice Carter is an apt analogy? No, you better put some respect on that name. I get the superficial analogy, but remember, she did way more than just that one thing. And no disrespect to the DA in Fulton County, just not there yet. The superficial analogy of, black woman attorney racketeering case, I get it. But even on that, not to downplay the risk to the current DA in Fulton County, but there's a big difference between a bunch of politicians and Luciano. So I get the analogy on a superficial level, but I wouldn't use it, not yet. So those were the questions that came in immediately. There will probably be more. We will try to figure out some way because there are going to be other Trump developments. We will try to limit Trump news to, I don't know, maybe 2 videos a day, given everything that's going on. So some of them may be blended. If you are following one case in particular, just understand that from this point forward, as everything starts moving a little bit faster, one video may cover multiple events for the former president and his crew. So that's where we're at. Again, this case in particular, it has a deeper meaning in some ways, and there will be a video coming out about that. But that's more of a philosophical thing, and it's worth remembering because there is one definitive way that this case is different than everything else. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.